It was the largest ship of its time, launched in 1912 by the White Star Line. Known as the Ship of Dreams, it symbolized luxury, modern engineering, and human ambition. On April 10, 1912, Titanic began her maiden voyage from Southampton to New York. On the night of April 14, 1912, she struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic and sank within hours. Over 1,500 people lost their lives out of 2,224 on board, making it one of the deadliest peacetime maritime disasters. Top 5 quiz questions. 1. Who built the Titanic? 2. In which year did Titanic sink? 3. How many people were on board during its maiden voyage? 4. What caused the Titanic disaster? 5. What famous Hollywood movie brought Titanic's story back to life? Top 100 great facts to know about Titanic. 1. Titanic was 882 feet long. 2. It weighed about 46,000 tons. 3. Built in Belfast, Northern Ireland. 4. Took over 2 years to construct. 5. It was the largest moving object of its time. 6. Nicknamed Ship of Dreams. 7. Belonged to the White Star Line. 8. Designed by Thomas Andrews. 9. Captain was Edward John Smith. 10. It had 4 funnels, but only 3 worked. The 4th was for decoration. 11. It could carry 3,547 passengers and crew. 12. First-class tickets were extremely luxurious. 13. It had a swimming pool on board. 14. Also had a squash court, gym, and Turkish baths. 15. The dining room was elegant and grand. 16. Titanic had electric elevators. 17. The Marconi wireless system was used for communication. 18. Passengers came from many nations. 19. It sailed from Southampton on April 10, 1912. 20. It stopped at Cherbourg, France and Queenstown, Cobh, Ireland. 21. It was heading to New York City. 22. On April 14th, it hit an iceberg. 23. The iceberg tore the hull open. 24. Titanic had 16 watertight compartments. 25. But the iceberg damage flooded too many at once. 26. It was believed. 35. 705 people survived. 36. Over 1,500 died. 37. Many deaths were from freezing water. 38. The band kept playing to calm passengers. 39. Wallace Hartley was the band leader. 40. Nearer My God to Thee was reportedly played last. 41. The wreck was discovered in 1985. 42. Found 12,500 feet deep in the Atlantic. 43. Robert Ballard led the expedition. 44. The wreck is split in 2. 45. Many artifacts have been recovered. 46. The Titanic movie 1997 revived global interest. 47. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet starred. 48. The film won 11 Oscars. 49. Titanic inspired countless books. 50. The story is taught in schools. 51. Titanic had first, second, and third class sections. 52. First class had millionaires. 53. John Jacob Astor Fort died in the sinking. 54. Benjamin Guggenheim also died. 55. The unsinkable Molly Brown survived. 56. She later became a legend. 57. Third-class passengers suffered most casualties. 58. Crew members also faced huge losses. 59. Titanic's sister ship was Olympic. 60. Another sister ship was Britannic. 61. Britannic later sank in WWI. 62. Titanic's cost was $7.5 million, 1912. 63. Equivalent to over $200 million today. 64. It had 3 propellers. 65. Speed was about 23 knots. 66. It carried mail too. Hence RMS, Royal Mail Ship. 68. Titanic's interiors rivaled grand hotels. 69. It had a grand staircase. 70. Gym instructor was on board. 71. Titanic had its own newspaper. 72. Over 600 tons of coal burned daily. 29 boilers powered the ship. 74. The iceberg was spotted too late. 75. Lookouts had no binoculars. 76. The sea was unusually calm. Few waves made the iceberg harder to see. 78. Captain Smith went down with the ship. 79. Wireless operator Jack Phillips died. 80. Harold Bride survived. 81. Many pets were on board. 82. Only 3 dogs survived. 83. The ship broke in half as it sank. 84. Stern rose dramatically before sinking. 85. Titanic sank in less than 3 hours. 86. It lies 370 miles from Newfoundland. 87. Rust-eating bacteria is slowly destroying it. 88. Titanic wreck may vanish in 50 years. 89. Pieces are preserved in museums. 90. Some expeditions brought souvenirs. 91. Debate exists on preservation. 92. Titanic changed shipbuilding rules forever. 99. It symbolizes both ambition and tragedy. 100. Even today, Titanic continues to fascinate the world. Hash quiz answers with questions repeated. 1. Who built the Titanic? Harlan and Wolff. 2. In which year did Titanic sink? 1912. 3. How many people were on board during its maiden voyage? 2,224. 4. What caused the Titanic disaster? Collision with an iceberg. 5. What famous Hollywood movie brought Titanic's story back to life? Titanic, 1997. Now it's your turn. Check how many you got right. Put your honest score in the comments, 5/5, 3/5, or maybe 0.5. Remember, it's about learning something new today. Top 5 lessons to learn from Titanic. 1. No one is invincible. Overconfidence can sink even the mightiest. 2. Always prepare for the worst. Lifeboats were too few. Safety matters. 3. Human courage shines in crisis. From musicians to rescuers, bravery lived on. 4. Technology needs humility. Innovation without foresight can be dangerous. 5. Memory creates legacy. Titanic reminds us of ambition, tragedy, and resilience. Engaging closing message. The Titanic wasn't just a ship. It was a dream, a warning, and a story that continues to live more than a century later. Stay connected for more powerful stories from history. And don't forget, share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments on what topic you'd like me to cover next.